Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's very exciting webinar hosted by SIWS Group of Institutions. We are based in Mumbai, India. I am Daksh, and I would like to welcome you to our webinar series, which is Trends in Digital Business. This is the third such webinar that we have been hosted, and if you have missed by chance the first two, so we will try to have those recordings up for you very soon. So look up for that as well. The very exciting topics that you must have missed. Um, and just to let you know, post Diwali, we will also be continuing this series and coming up with some super interesting sessions over the coming weekends in November. Um, it is with great pleasure that I want to now introduce you to our institution, SIWS Group of Institutions, which holds a which holds a prestigious status as an autonomous college with NAC-A accreditation. And we offer a variety of UG programs, postgraduate and PhD programs as well, with degrees awarded by the University of Mumbai. Our institution is dedicated to academic excellence and career development, ensuring that all our students are equipped with the skills and knowledge that we need to succeed in today's competitive world. Today, I'm super thrilled to welcome our um, our speaker, Mr. Moksh Juneja. He's a CEO of Avignata, a digital marketing agency based in Mumbai itself. He has an experience of training with over 10 years with various institutions and colleges, and he has trained over 5,000 plus students so far. Right, that's crazy. Worked with over 1,400 plus clients. Some of the clients, if I may mention, is Disney, Sony, Inorbit Mall, and many such more. So feel free to ask him and trouble him with a lot of questions at the fag end of the session. I'm sure his talk will inspire you and provide you some amazing, valuable lessons for everyone who has tuned in today. So, without any further ado, let me give a warm welcome to Mr. Moksh to take it forward from here. So I'm going to do a quick stop share of my screen so I can allow him to share and take it forward. Moksh, welcome. Please let me know if you're able to share your screen.
Hi,
Hello.
hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, all good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hi. So
Yep.
just
Perfect.
confirm if you're able to see the screen.
All good and audible and
Perfect.
yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll quickly take you through what kind of a content that works on social media. Okay. Uh, in my understanding, why am I taking this topic? Let me put that across to each one of you right now. One very clear thing about content and why it is important and how easy it has become to generate and create it today is even though uh, the so let me go back to very basic principle of marketing management by Philip Kotler. Okay, he says that you need to be visible to your customer at least 6.8 times before he makes that decision to buy something from you. Now, it could be your product, it could be your service, it could be your program in case of SIWS. So once you're visible, definitely you kind of bring in that. Now, what social media content does for you is it informs people. Second, it educates people. Third, it will give a social proof. So what tends to happen is that people believe in it. They know that what you are promising to deliver will be delivered to you. Now, keeping this entire process in mind, there is another concept I just want to just push out right now is called the AIDA model, which is awareness, interest, desire, and action. Now, AIDA model, social media works best for awareness. It also works best for interest. It also works good for desire, but for action, Then I want to take you into performance marketing. So that's not something today, but I want to tell you to create awareness what all content that you want to create on your social media today. In between, so I'm just going to name a few people that I can see up front right now. ठीक है, Shushma, Vidya, Madhu, Rohit. So if you guys have any questions, please do ask. ठीक है, Digat, Salim, any questions, please do ask me. So here, I want to take you. So why does anyone log into social media today? People are not logging onto social media for buying something. People are not logging onto social media for selling something. People are logging onto social media because one, they want to be entertained. They want to be, they are bored and they're logging onto it. Third, they want to be, they just want to go away from the reality to move into something which is digital and which is freely available to them. So whenever you are in a situation, you might want to just log into it and click on it. So my point is, you log on to social media purely for entertainment purposes. Now, what does the influencer do? What does the brand do for you? They they do is they entertain you first. And then once you are actually on their profile, once you are actually on their list of social media channels, then they sell you something. So the first thing that I want to target, and I think you are very well aware of, is memes and GIFs. Now, Dunzo creates amazing, witty, relatable memes. Okay, let me try and click on one of them. Give me 1 second now. Daksh, I'm just stop sharing on this. I'll get back 1 second on this. It's not clickable right now. Yeah. So I'm back on this and I want to share what Nika does. Okay. Like this example where Nika shares, set up skip skincare tutorials with product recommendations. So, so going back to what Nika has done, what does Nika do? Nika is creating content which is primarily looking at, trying to tell you what to use, when to use it. So it clearly helps you build the entire process of educating why you want to buy a particular product. But now, once someone is coming and telling you that you need to use this particular cream in the night, it will help your skin glow. Definitely, it'll help. So that is what Nika has done, and this is just one product that I'm talking about. The second one here that I'm talking about is Urban Clap. Okay, now if you look at Urban Clap, now let me. with Urban Clap, what works is, it gives you ideas as to how do you upgrade. Now, if you look at this Instagram post, Daksh, can you confirm if you're able to hear the audio?
Yes, it's all clear.
Okay.
Yeah. No, now it's not coming up. Wait.
Okay.
No, can't hear this.
So let me just take you through the video without the audio. What he's trying to say is that I am going to renovate my whole living room, and we have called Urban Company for it. So Urban Company has created the entire story, ठीक है, in an informative, educational manner, where they are basically saying that how they have put those things together. So this is how it actually helps putting it together. So what you saw earlier, before and after, now you're seeing that what other people are also talking about that person's living room. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing here. Now, if I look at facts and stats, Swiggy has done a very interesting study, okay, where they are basically talking about how Swiggy delivers uh, and what are people ordering. And you must have also seen these posts available to you, like the biryani consumption in Hyderabad, the vada pav consumption in Mumbai. Now, these are the kind of statistics that Swiggy kind of shares across all their blog posts, and these actually make it to the news. Okay, so now I'm going to actually share with you what Swiggy reveals Indians ordering biryani most delivered in 7.6 crore orders in the last 12 months. Now, this actually makes it into the news. And I'm not just saying it's a social media news, but they are doing their job. But they're collating the stats, publishing it on their website, and pushing it out as a news medium, which actually gets a lot of traction. So a biryani lover from Chennai spent an amount of 31,000 on a single order. Imagine spending 30,000 rupees on one Zomato order. Now, if I may come back to the presentation now. ठीक है? Now, Jagore has been a very Tata Tea Jagore. ठीक है? Now, I had put these links. I don't know why these links have not become activated now when I'm sharing it, but I want to share this video with you. Now, I'll just give you a background since we are like kind of running within some set of time bound. But if you look at this video currently, he is Jack and Jill is a popular poetry that you're talking about, and they are taking it forward. Now the kids are saying, but what they end up saying is that when they go up the hill, the water went dried, so they couldn't find a drop to drink. And one day, neither will I. Suddenly, all the parents are like, wow, what is happening? These are normal poetries which have taken a complete twist and turn to it. So, taking it forward from here, Jagore is like telling the children are telling their parents that, listen, you have to save the planet for us. I have put this on mute. Uh,
Oh, the sound is not coming.
ah,
Just check the Zoom sound ka setting na once.
1 second. For how is it coming? I
That's
must
perfect.
fight. Oh. Mummies and daddies, आपके बचपन की फेवरेट पोएम बदल जाए क्योंकि हमारा बचपन क्लाइमेट चेंज की वजह से बदल रहा है। इससे लड़ने के लिए हम सबको चेंज होना पड़ेगा। क्लाइमेट चेंज से हम कैसे लड़ सकते हैं? जानिए जागोरे.com पर।
अब ना भाई यहाँ पे ना दो तीन चीजें जस्ट वांट टू हाईलाइट। अभी जागोरे कैंपेन इज अ टाटा टी। ठीक है, हम चाय कब पीते हैं? सुबह उठ के हम चाय पीते हैं, जब हम जागते हैं हम चाय पीते हैं। ठीक है, तो अभी कीपिंग दैट इन माइंड, as simple as that could be, and then you are actually saying jagore for an entire social message out there. And this is what they have done with the basically this. They have not just created a social media campaign around it, they have actually created a website around it. So again, the same video comes up, and then you can pledge what you can do, what you are going to promise, what you're going to do here. And they have actually taken this forward. Now, Jagore helps Tata Tea to be visible. So when you are actually going to the department store, or you are going with your parents, you're going to buy on your own to department store, you will see Tata Tea. If you will not pick it up, at least it will be in your consideration set. Moving forward, okay, is behind the scenes of Chumbak BTS content. ये भी नहीं चल रहा। Daksh, I am so sorry on the links suddenly have stopped working, but I think we can do a quick Google search and it's working here. So Google कह रहा हूँ, Chumbak, if you see here, 1 second. Not able to.
Opening gifts, the joy and excitement of discovering what's inside, priceless, right? And these beautifully handcrafted pieces from Chumbak's Starry Diwali collection, celebrating the warmth of Diwali evenings and the artisan community, who are the real stars behind this collection, make for the perfect
சங்கத்தில் பாடாத கவிதை அங்கத்தில் யார் தந்தது? This is actually behind the scenes that I would want to probably talk about, where Chumbak has done a fantastic job of that specific video, where they are actually creating something completely. So they are actually giving you the process of how that artist is making that particular product. So suddenly you feel connected with it. Once you see it, you start believing in the product. And once you start believing in the product, you are okay to spend the money on it. Okay. I'm gonna move this and switch this off. Yeah. PureFit, as you know, is part of the CultFit group, and they're talking about how you can basically get your health better. Okay, and it's not just about physical health, it's about your mental health, it's about your overall health that you can put it together. Now, CureFit has put this together where if you look at this video on LinkedIn now, so what I have attempted to do is I'm taking you across platforms.
Roshni, on top of the leaderboard again, I am coming for you. What?
I know what you were expecting. Okay, I knew you wanted to have a static post of a Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, and saying, be the change that you want to see. No, I like this as an inspiration post. Okay, I'll keep the visuals playing while I'm talking at it because it clearly shows 5:45 alarm snooze, the motivation that you want to bring in, and then you see the messages, then you see your so it kind of says that okay, you know what, there's a social element to it, there is an inspiring element to it, there is something that you wanted to strive to achieve it, losing weight, getting better biceps, getting 8-pack abs, and then the product element photos in it. So there's an inspiration, motivation, and the product pictures or the product screenshots. Let me put it as simple as that. And getting social. There's Sunena, there's Rahul, there's Roshni who's beating you. And then there's something that pushing you. And then it says that, okay, you know what, this is the kind of content that really works. I want to pause here and ask if there is any questions so that I know that you are just not listening and viewing, or if there is something that you want to add here. Can you unmute and just ask me any question or anything that you have as an example or what I've showed you? You have seen it before. So I know that you are on this group. Guys, I only know Daksh. Now asking Daksh the question will not make sense to me. So Salim, Parveen, Vidya, Shoshama, how to engage target audience, generate leads. Wow. That is not a content related question, but I'll definitely try to answer. Okay. How to engage target audience and generate leads? Actually, it has become fairly simpler or using Google as well as using Meta. Now, Meta will include your Facebook as well as Instagram because you can clearly define the audience. So if you have a product that is available for, uh, let's say Bombay only, okay, or Bombay and Pune, then you can definitely target Bombay and Pune. And then you will use those keywords that are relevant uh, for Google, and you will use the interest that is applicable for those audiences that they would be interested in to generate those leads for that particular segment. So let me give you an example. What we are currently doing, okay, is so we are running a campaign for a 14-year-old magician who is performing today evening. And what we are telling him, or what we are trying to do is, he's performing at a local Just Stuff is a store in Bangalore. So now we are targeting parents who have children who would want to visit today evening to enjoy a Halloween magic show. Now, why is this important? One, it is Diwali vacation. Children are free. They would want to go out and experience something. Halloween is today. So it's everything combined together. So these would be my interest, these would be my audience, and Bangalore, within Bangalore, would be my target group. So the chances of someone converting after looking at it will be much, much higher because it's very, very targeted. I hope there's not a simple answer, Nikat, but I hope I've answered your question. Any other? So thanks for asking that question. I'll go back to my presentation. The interactive contest. Okay. Sorry, success stories. Paytm showcases small businesses. Here, I had an example of a blog that Paytm has, which is this one. Now, see, Paytm as a consumer, I see Paytm from one point of view. I can scan, I can pay my credit card bills, I can pay all my bills, I can pay via UPI. Okay, but in this case, what is happening is I also need to get the stories of my vendors. Now, my vendors are my merchants. So the merchants are actually putting these stories out there. Okay. So showcases small businesses. Now, there was this showcase your products here. And the future is yours to build. Now, what they are doing here is that they are actually creating a system where you are actually getting the merchants on board to start using Paytm. So more the merchant uses Paytm, the chances of someone doing a transaction via the UPI and they making money on it per transaction becomes much, much higher. So I think getting the merchants on board at the local level becomes very, very critical for them. Take care. The next is the Bevcoof encourages user-generated content. Okay, let me just take you to Bevcoof first. Bevcoof has used Ishan Khattar and other celebrities. But before they jumped onto the bandwagon of the celebrities, they were starting to use a lot of the user-generated content that was already available. And that is what they were trying to push across on their own product. So if it's like if I am wearing a bavcoop.com web t-shirt today, and if you see it, I am wearing it, and you recognize it, the chance of you buying it becomes much, much higher. Cool. So this is Bewakoof. Zomato uses food related polls on Instagram stories. I think you must have seen a lot of, I think two things that I want to highlight about Zomato before I move on to polls and surveys is one, their mailer campaign. If you have registered for their Zomato and if you are part of their gold, the amount of daily emailers that they send out to you, and the chance of you getting into your inbox and then opening it is 100%. Because open rates of Zomato mailers are way above. You will not delete it because they are headline, they are subject line, they are offers to you and offers which are close to you. So it could be an offer which is close to your office, offer which is close to your school, college, or even next to your home. So definitely the Zomato mailers. Now moving on to the polls that Zomato uses. Okay. So ask your followers to design the Zomato admin. Okay. Admin's gender, male, female. So you click on one and then it'll take you to the other. What skin tone do you want? So you choose which skin tone do you want. Now I need to be part of, and then you design the admin. So they have actually created an entire poll based on the different Instagram features that are available. And they are actually creating a emoji or a memoji here. Okay. Nikat, you are 100% right. Posting pictures, videos, stories, live videos that represent your brand attract relevant audience. You are 100% right there, Nikat. My only challenge is what do you post? You know you have to post a photo, you know what you have to post a video, you know you have to write a story, but you have to create that alignment so that you continue posting these. And this is what I'm trying to bring in stories, interactivity, journeys. So, given all these examples, and what I've tried to do is I've tried to create stories that are or brands that are popular, which are one second. So, Zomato, Book My Show. Book My Show uses trivia contests to sell their tickets. So, every week they will launch a contest for the movies that are coming up in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So, that is what they do. Mama Earth does live sessions of skincare experts. Okay, the live sessions would be someone who's a dermatologist who's talking about how do you get overcome acne. So that is what they are trying to tell you on YouTube. So if you actually see Mama Earth here, okay, here they are using Instagram stories. Yeah. Boat. Okay. Boat launches their products with such specific product photos. Now, if you see that they will highlight the product. If you actually see a boat product which will be smaller than the photo, but they will still make it such a big thing at a cost that they are selling it. I don't know how they manage to do it, but still they are doing it so well. And they make it enticing enough. Big billion sale. Okay. Now, There was one big billion day that I want to talk about. Was it Amitabh Bachchan's video? Let's just look at this one.
Premium smartphones lowest prices पर only on Big Billion Days. नाम ही काफी है यार, मैं बताऊं पैकअप हो गया यार, क्यों मेरे पीछे पड़े हो तुम? Premium smartphones lowest prices पर only on Big Billion Days. नाम ही काफी है यार, मैं बताऊं पैकअप हो गया यार, क्यों मेरे पीछे पड़े हो?
Lenskart uses AR on their social media to show how the glasses they try on. Okay. So Lenskart has a brilliant video on their AR video, like how you basically try on the campaign. Okay. See this. Pausing the video here because the point of this is I'm showing you the videos, I'm showing you LinkedIn, I'm showing you Facebook, I'm showing you Twitter. Twitter will come in sometime. What I'm trying to say is it doesn't matter what platform you're using. What matters is how you are presenting your content. It could be YouTube right now. The earlier one would be on the website. There are other stories that I want to talk to you about. Okay, on this one specifically, Fab India Himalaya is also talking about this on, I think I'm pushing myself, but Himalaya Wellness shares their personal health stories on YouTube. Fab India has an entire LinkedIn post which has become very, very popular. How they have come up and promoting the local artisans. Oyo had a big backlash of how employees were being treated. So keeping that in mind, what was happening is they wanted to get more people to come on board. So there was an entire thing where we were looking at Oyo trying to put together uh, testimonials of employees pushing the Oyo brand. Now, I think this should be an interesting video to see. So I'll show you Red Bull. Okay. You can sit and watch all the Red Bull videos. I'm going to pause here again. It is an exciting content. It is a pure experiential content. And I think one of the best contents you would all be aware of this specific man, Felix, who jumped from stratosphere onto Earth. So again, so they do a lot of this content that they are pushing the limits of an individual with, of course, a lot of equipment and gear. I wouldn't recommend just because if you have a pro, those pro cams with you. Big basket. Okay, now I want to bring in a different ball game altogether, which is big basket. 1 second. Big basket helps you in pushing the product upside on the seasonal product. Now, here I want to bring in Pinterest. Okay. And if you see big basket, now again, we have been looking at Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, okay, Instagram, Reels, stories, but suddenly I want to talk about the festive special. We are around Diwali, Dussehra, Holi, World Chocolate Day. They have already created these pin boards. Now, the biggest advantage of this is the chances of there are two big advantages here. One is, when they're putting this board together, is of course it becomes a collation under their brand. They're pushing it across. They are using their own thing, or they may be looking at others and using it. Second, Google algorithm uses this, and second is I'm not sure about it, but what I'm claiming is the images that are going to be generated will also through AI will be using these. So definitely this becomes a big plus here. Okay. Royal Enfield one ride. Oh, this is a beautiful video. Okay. From Harley Davidson, Royal Enfield, Apple community. I think these are all community driven website brands. So again, one ride is one of the way of looking at these people. Now engaging with these people, sorry. I think this is my last segment where I want to talk about the holiday themes. Like Amul shares every little thing that is trending and they would put it up on the billboard, on social media, even on the newspaper. So now if it's Diwali, you already have something on Diwali by Amul. Okay, one second, let me look at that. Huh. So now I'm bringing you to Facebook, moving away from Instagram. So no, not this, sorry. ये वाला हाँ Swiggy also uses these food related posts during cricket. You must have seen it. Paperboat is another such example of using, uh, you know, mm, let me share with you specifically what they try and push, like book cricket, hide and seek, musical chairs, name place animal thing, pithu. Now all these things, now they will use content like this, colors, graphics that are very similar to Tinkle, Champak, and they will start using this for playing around. And that is what brings in. Now, why are they doing this? Now, one of the biggest reasons they are doing this is that Rani Mantri Chor is something that we have played in our school. Maybe this is not what they are playing right now. They may be calling it with a different name, but this is what we used to call it. And we are the actual buyers of paperboard juices. So it kind of brings in that connect, it kind of brings in that memories that we used to have with our friends, and now we would want to share it with our family, with our friends today also. So this is where it is, and this is, I think, last of my points that I wanted to make. Now, Nikat has a question.
Yes, let's move to the Q&A.
Huh.
Moksh, you can take up the question from Nikat.
Okay, what type of content is most popular on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube? Which social media has more engagement? What is the most popular content? What type of content best for social media? What content do followers want? Nikat, this is a very double-edged sword, quite kind of a question, because it actually depends on what kind of business you are in. Now, this would work definitely for your B2C or D2C brands, but it may not work for your B2B brands. Now,
Means sir, good evening. Just understand the type of business, either indulge in a B2B or B2C.
no, which business you want me to talk about?
Just I am asking about the both type of business, B2C and B2B.
Okay. So for B2B, ideally it should be LinkedIn, and it should have a landing page on your website that will capture all the leads. It should talk about your culture of your organization. It should talk about the journey of your brand. Now, these are the kind of content that will work. This is the kind of platform that will work. Now, this is how it is. But a lot of B2B brands are also moving on to Instagram for personal branding, not for the B2B branding though. Now, for a B2C brand, you need to be on Instagram. If you're not too afraid from a political or a religious backlash, then you could also be on Twitter, because Twitter becomes a little chaotic to handle as a social media manager. But Twitter is also, or now called X, but X also becomes very, very interesting to be part of it. But again, rather than thinking of what platform, I would rather think of what the brand can talk about. That would become much, much better. I
Because
hope.
today we are just discussing about the overall the social media content, and it is a core part of digital marketing. So
Yes.
that's why I have a few question arises in my mind. That's why I put on the chat box. So because nowadays we are using social media platforms. So how to increase or engage the audience, and how to get the insights over the art of the post videos, either post videos, reels, images, so different segments.
So I think one thing is to definitely latch on to the trending topics. What is trending on Twitter? What is the trending music on Instagram? Now, these are the things that will definitely work. Now, on my trending topic, there is Tamanna Bhatia trending. There is Bandra Terminus trending. There is stock market crash trending. Now,
Yes, absolutely right.
if I can make memes around this, then I would want to do it. PVR all shows to Singham. That is trending. So if I can make a meme on Singham, I should go. Now, definitely, I should also be looking at not just Twitter, I should also look at Instagram accordingly. Now, but if my brand deserves to be on the trending part of it, make memes and all, great. But there is a limit to it. How many memes will I be able to consume from Swiggy or Zomato? After that I will unsubscribe. I don't want to see memes. I just want to see offers. Then I only want to see promotional content. ठीक है? My question
Yes,
is,
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank
okay.
you.
So I'm moving on to Vidya's question. How often should we post on social media? And please let me know the time that suits best. Again, this data is best once you start posting, you will get this data when people are engaging with you. But to answer the question more generically and holistically, you have a like the drive time, okay, which is like from 8:30 to 10 o'clock and from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Now, these are the times when it is very popular when people are accessing Twitter. LinkedIn, 11 o'clock, 3 o'clock they access. Okay, Instagram, even at 12:30 in the night they access. So again, depending on which brand you are and how you want to tap into will depend on this. I hope they have answered your question. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Nikhil, Vidya, thank you so much for very interesting question. This was actually an eye opener for me as well. Um, please, I'm sharing a link on the chat. I'm resharing this link on the chat. Let me also know if it's opening for you. I would like you to please give us a feedback of your session today, what you felt, and we can continue with the Q&A. If you have more questions for Moksh, we can take it up. I think one of the key takeaways was we got some nice trick to know when to post, right? So the morning slot and the other one was I think 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. That was a good takeaway for me as well. Um, if you have more questions, would love to hear. If you have anything at all in terms of social media, would love to know your doubts. Yes, so there's an additional link. If you're not able to open the link, just in case, it's a short URL that I've used, so you can use the long form link as well. Please take a moment to fill the feedback form for us while you're thinking about your questions. Let me know with a quick done on the chat, like Nikhat has done, or with a quick thumbs up if you have filled the feedback form for me. Can you all please do that? Once you're done filling the feedback form, please let me know with a quick done on the chat or with a thumbs up. Awesome. Thanks, Nikhat. Nikhat, I hope you go back and implement all of these things, all the insights you got, and I hope you get your stats, the insights that you were looking for, and you share that, the success story with us. That will be real fun. Would love to know how this your queries got answered and you implemented them. That is the whole idea, to make this more practical, make it more realistic, that we are able to
Yes, yes. Very valuable, very valuable session.
awesome.
Getting lots of ideas and insights about the social media content.
Well, great, glad to know. Yes. So, just want to quickly take a moment while you're filling the form, the feedback form. Our next webinar is going to be from 2 weeks from now. It's going to be on 9th November. We have Gaurav Gargia who will be coming. He comes with an valuable experience in the digital marketing space as well. And the topic we're going to talk about is going to be innovative branding. We're going to go to the branding side of the digital marketing space, and it's going to be very creative. So this the concept that Gaurav has shared with us is going to be thinking out of the box. How cool is that, right? So we are always stuck with this horizon that we have to do only this kind of a reel or that kind of a post. So we are going to go beyond that and think ahead, think more. Also, I would like to wish everyone an amazing happy Diwali. Um, to everyone and to your families. And just to take a few more minutes, please, from all of you before we wrap up, uh, just a vote of thanks. Thank you so much, Moksh, for the insights and inspiring session. It's been an honor to have you with us today, sharing your experience and valuable lessons with our community on the topic of social media marketing and its types. I think those examples are something we can take away, because all these brands were known to us, so we could relate. And maybe sometimes you've seen these posts or come across it, but we never thought from this angle or this perspective. So it was an eye opener for me, and I'm hoping it was an eye opener for many of our participants as well. Before we conclude, I would also like to thank everyone who made today's event possible. A big thank you to all of you for your time and engagement. Hoping this session was valuable to you. Once again, thank you so much for today's session. We look forward to seeing you on our future SIWS webinars. If you'd like to be in touch, please note down the mobile number. And also take a note of our email ID if you would like to know further about our webinars, our sessions, or the programs that we conduct at SIWS Group of Institutions. All right. Thank you so much, everyone.